Module 10, additional information. These are some additional tips for success and some lessons from other successful projects to help you out as you're starting out planning for your campaign. The first is more time and organization up front pays off once your campaign starts. Especially as the quarter gets busier, it's really helpful to have done all this work up front. And that's why we have you do the project template where you'll assemble the majority of your materials ahead of time so they'll be reviewed and ready to go without having to do that extra work later on. The second tip is build a strong project team. Delegate work and define roles. Especially make sure that those who are involved have the time dedicated, as a successful campaign will require work. So you want to make sure that everybody involved has the capacity to be involved and get the work done. Make sure to communicate the project to your entire student group. Although you are part of the core project team really moving this along, the rest of your group should be invested in your campaign success too. Think through your audiences and marketing channels available to your student group. There might be partnerships you're able to make that help spread the project and widen the net of people you're able to reach out to. Make sure to share project updates with your student group members and encourage them to participate. Again, you are the core group, but that doesn't mean that people can't help out. Maybe they can serve as advocates or be helpful in some way to the success of your project. And also don't forget that we are here to help at ARD. Your staff liaison is happy to answer your questions, meet with you at any point in the process and help you troubleshoot and support you in meeting your goal. Don't be shy. We really are happy to help in any way that we are able to. A couple of statistics to be mindful of are that on average, successful campaigns post at least 4 campaign updates. So definitely make sure to use that feature. We will have you draft the content, but then it's your responsibility to post it. Make sure to do so, as it does help increase the success of your project. Additionally, on average, campaigns raise 42% of their funds in the first and last 3 days of a campaign's duration. So make sure that you need to plan for your mid-campaign strategy, as that will be an area that is a little bit more difficult because you don't have the urgency of either the start or the end. But also make sure to have a plan for the last 3 days when the sense of urgency is high. Make sure that you are ready to go, because that is when you'll have a lot of impact from people who feel that the deadline is coming up. And everybody loves a deadline. It's very helpful. Make sure that all your members are primed for those last days. Additionally, campaigns with a pitch video raise 4 times the funds than campaigns without. That is one of the reasons that we require you to make one, because it will increase the personality of your project. People will feel more connected to your group. They'll be able to see you physically, and it will make a strong impact on raising more funds. A couple of good housekeeping items. So offline donations is a term that we use at Northwestern for if somebody wants to donate cash or a check and have it count towards your crowdfunding campaign. So that might be from like a family member or somebody. This happens occasionally. If you do have any potential donors who want to make an offline donation, please get in contact with your staff liaison. But overall, we need the donor's name, the amount they're donating, and their email. When people make donations on the project page, they're able to say if they want their name or their amount to be anonymous. We can do the same for offline donations, so make sure to collect that from the donor. And just let your staff liaison know if you're receiving an offline donation, so we can make sure that everything gets deposited correctly and correctly on the back end. Donor confidentiality agreement is something you're going to have to sign. You'll do a digital copy. I'm just saying that you'll keep any donor information that you work with confidential. Another one is being transparent with donors when changes occur. If anything changes about your project, make sure to just provide updates. Donors really appreciate it. It can be a great stewardship piece. So make sure to do that if that is relevant to your project. And then this shouldn't come up too much, since you will be submitting all your project template and everything will be reviewed. But if you have any content that needs to be reviewed or needs to be sent out after the project template, make sure it's reviewed, as we just want to make sure everything that's sent out is putting our best foot forward as a university, since you are communicating on behalf of the university, and we want to make sure that you're set up for success. So any additional content that you draft and want to send out over email or updates or publicly anywhere, just make sure that you review it with your staff liaison before sending. Finally, a couple of quick tools that might be helpful for you in your campaign. One is Filmora, which is an app that is an easy and free video editing app for your phone. We've found student groups have success with that in the past for filming their videos. And finally, Canva. You might be familiar with it already, but it is a great resource for creating free designs on the web, especially as you are creating content for your social media posts. There are a lot of great templates already created on Canva for infographics, different kinds of posts, and they're already sized for the different platforms that exist. So it can be very helpful for you as you are trying to get your content built out.